Okay, now we still have a runner in first base. In this situation, it's going to be a double. So it's not just a base hit, it's an extra base hit. And we are playing on a larger field. In most cases in Mount Horeb, we don't have to run double cuts because the fence is only 340 to center field and about 310 down both lines, so it's not a real deep park. But as we progress, some of the our bigger fields at Baraboo is a pretty big field, and a lot of times sectionals and state tournament are played on large fields. We go back to Miller Park this coming spring. It'll be a large field, so you need double cuts. Let's just take a look at a base hit down to left field, a double to left field, not a base hit, but a double. You can see we'll run the play back a little bit. Obviously, it's the left side of the field, so the shortstop's the first one out there. The second baseman is the one that is trailing the shortstop. Third base is still covering his base, just in case the runner here stops and tries to come back. We can back pick him. First baseman is the cut. Shortstop's out there in the outfield grass, short outfield grass, so he's a long ways away from home plate. So you still want to have the ability by our first baseman to cut that throw home, just in case this runner tries taking the extra base if we don't have a chance at the lead runner. So we'll continue to play. See the throw comes through. Right now the first baseman could cut it. The catcher told him to. In this case, we let the ball go through, and it looks like we're going to get that lead runner. First baseman also freezes the batter, who's now on second base, at second, so he can't take that extra base because he's there. If he's not there and we make that long throw, that base runner is easily going to make it to third base. Center field, a double. Anytime in the left side of the field, the shortstop's the first guy out there. Center field, shortstop and second base need to communicate. In about 99% of the cases, though, it should be the shortstop's the first one out there. Generally, he has the stronger arm. That's why he's on the left side of the field. So we let the player with the stronger arm take the cut. In this situation, went more right center field, so the second baseman was the first guy out there, which is completely fine as long as they communicate. Shortstop is about 10 to 15 feet back. The purpose of that is, that I didn't explain well on the first slide, is if the center fielder short hops the second baseman on a throw or airmails him, and the shortstop's not here, that ball is just laying out here in no man's land. Okay? And the runners would just continue to easily run the bases. So that ball gets by the second baseman, the shortstop's there to grab it and make the correct throw depending on where we want that ball to go. So that's why we have double cuts. See, first base is the cutoff again. As you can tell, it's a long throw to home. Left fielder, he has no play in this ball here in right center field, so he's backing up third base, depending on which way that throw goes. The first baseman cuts it off, and what does the redirect the throw to third? Left fielder redirect himself a little bit, make sure he's behind that base. So these are runner on first, double cuts. Right field line, same play. The only exception, as you see, is second baseman's the first one out there. First baseman in this situation, because it's down the right field line, is the double cut guy. And then the shortstop would come in. This is the Derek Jeter play, if you guys remember from the playoffs a long time ago. The Derek Jeter play, the ball ended up going over both the second base and first baseman's head from the right fielder. You know, it's kind of coming through here in no man's land, and Jeter was in the right spot and went over, made the pickup, and threw it home, shuffled it home, and got the out at home. Ended up helping the Yankees win a playoff game. But the shortstop, you are hanging out here, letting the play develop, trying to figure out if you need to be the cut guy to home. And if that's the case, you'd be right in line from the second baseman to home. That way you could redirect and throw to third for us if you needed to. Potentially, if the runners aren't going, you're going to hustle back and cover second base. Maybe this runner gets too far out the base. We need that guy there. to cover second if we back pick him. And you potentially could be standing right here in the middle of the field if the second baseman is going to throw the ball to third base. So a lot going on there by that short step. So we'll let the play develop. In this situation, the throw went home. Shortstop did not get there to cut it off. He ended up electing to head back to second base.